You're watching NCTV, celebrating 20 years of community broadcasting.
Hi from Ali Gymnasium on the campus of Nevada Union High School, Touchdown Productions, celebrating our 17th season of local high school sports television, is proud to present the CIF Sac Joaquin Section Les Schwab Tires Division I's Girl Basketball Playoffs, presented by Farmers Insurance. Tonight, in the quarterfinals of the section playoffs, it's your SFL Champion and number 4 seed, Nevada Union Lady Miners, taking on the number 5 seed, McClatchy Lions. We're on the road to Division I title, and all the basketball action is coming up right here, right now. It's your NorCal Game of the Week. Well, the two-time SFL champion NU Lady Miners take to the hardwood at Ali one final time this year as they host the number 5 seed McClatchy Lions in the quarterfinals of the Division I Sac Joaquin tournament. Good evening, basketball fans, wherever you are across our worldwide audience. This is Paul Brown, the voice of Lady Miner basketball. And joining me tonight in the broadcast booth is color analyst Steve Sitter and our good friend Jim Adams. Our producer and director in the Commander 2 is Gilbert M. Dominguez, and of course, the rest of the Touchdown Productions sports team of Paul Town, Lauren Unger, Shannon Doyle, and Patrick Sheehy. They're all right here and ready for this playoff game. So, Steve, the playoffs are here. What do you think? The Lady Miners are on a mission. What do you think?
Oh, that's right, Paul. And the Lady Miners got off to a great start in the opening round by clobbering the Sheldon Huskies 77-47.
That was a game which saw the Lady Miners completely take over in the third quarter as they led by 19.
That's very true, but tonight it's the battle of 4 versus 5, and anything can happen. On paper, these two teams are evenly matched despite some odd rebound statistics, but it does look like it'll be a very close game to see who will advance to the semis.
Yeah, you'd think so. Number 4 seed against number 5 seed, and that table is set and right here in front of us. Be sure to join us each week on our Touchdown Productions Game of the Week YouTube channel and NCTV, Comcast Channel 11, and Suddenlink Channel 16. So, when we come back, our pregame continues as Mr. Jim Adams talks to Coach John McDaniel. So stay with us. It's the Nevada Union Lady Miners versus the McClatchy Lions in the quarterfinals, coming up next on your Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
I'm hungry.
Are we ready to order?
Yes.
Yes, I want pancakes.
Pancakes sounds good, Dad. That means cute.
I love pancakes at Old Town Cafe.
I love pancakes at Old Town Cafe.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our 4th location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call.
Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The Beam Center joins forces with Admiral Electric to offer you electrical services for your home. In the foothills, your power can go out at any time and be out for days. Plan ahead with the Beam Center and a Generac home generator. From an easy, safe manual transfer switch to a complete automatic standby system, the Beam Center specialist won't leave you in the dark. It's all at the Beam Easy Living Center.
Anything Green Hydroponics is your source for hydro systems, grow lights, and soils. Anything Green offers a complete range of organic nutrients as well as fungicides, miticides, and predatory bugs. Anything Green Hydroponics has just received this year's soil. Get your totes, pallets, or individual bags. Stay tuned for future workshops. It's all at Anything Green Hydroponics.
You're watching NCTV, celebrating 20 years of community broadcasting.
And we're back here now at Ali Gymnasium. Let's go down the floor to Jim Adams. Jim.
Thank you, Paul. I'm joined here courtside by John McDaniel, head coach of Nevada Union. John, big matchup tonight, McClatchy and the Miners. How do you look at tonight's contest?
I think it's between two of the best teams in the Sacramento area. McClatchy has proven that they can play with anyone. I think the Lady Miners have proven that they can play with anyone, so I'm excited.
How big is home court tonight?
It's big. You can see that we got a lot of people here. I'm guessing 1,500 strong tonight. And just to have them behind us is going to be amazing.
Kind of a dream season for you this year. You've really almost run the gamut. Here you are in the semifinals. How do you take a look at your trek from here on out?
One play at a time. I mean, everything is go hard or go home right now. And I think the girls understand, what's ahead of them. And if they do get the win today, they've got another tough matchup down the road. But nothing's easy from today on.
John, at the beginning of the season, you looked for good results from a highly talented team. I think we talked at one time and you said, this is a team that doesn't come along every year. How big would it be for you to play in that final?
I got to be honest, I'm not really even thinking about that right now. I'm in the moment. I'm here. I mean, obviously it would be big, but right now we just got to get past McClatchy.
Thank you, John McDaniel here courtside, and now we'll send it back to Paul. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Jimmy, and with that said, let me remind you that you're on the Touchdown Productions Sports Network. We'll be right back with championship basketball.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations and thank you for keeping your business local.
Today's modern transmissions are engineering marvels, shifting up to 7 different gears while you drive. That's why when your transmission needs service, you can rely on the experience of trained technicians Jim and Marvin at Jim's Transmissions. They have decades of experience and stand ready to repair any transmission problem, from a simple diagnosis to a complete rebuild. It's Jim's Transmissions, keeping your car and truck moving down the road. We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley. Preserve the memories of your special player or team forever at obphoto.com, the official photographer of Bear River football. At obphoto.com, you'll find the highest quality prints, mouse pads, coasters, photo buttons, cases for iPhones and iPads, t-shirts, sweatshirts, travel mugs, and more. obphoto.com even makes special requests. So enjoy the memories of the season at obphoto.com, your source for Bear River sports photos. Nevada County Farm Supply has been part of the agricultural scene since 1993. Their staff consists of a certified crop advisor, licensed pest control advisor, and irrigation auditor. In Penn Valley, they have a full-service nursery with over 500 varieties of plants and garden enhancements. In Grass Valley, they have a warehouse full of soil amendments, fertilizers, and nutrients. Nevada County Farm Supply, powerful knowledge and innovative solutions. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the Foothills leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks a lot for tuning in tonight. And be sure to stay with us after the game as we present the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions staff will select the best player of tonight's game.
And thank you, Gilbert. We will look forward to crowning a player of the game tonight back here at Ali Gymnasium on the campus of Nevada Union High School. The girls for both teams, the McClatchy Lions, and of course your NU Miners are all lined up on the floor. We're about to have the national anthem and the announcing of the starting lineup. Everybody is abuzz. This is an absolutely packed gymnasium here at Ali, as it should be, for the two-time now SFL champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ali Gymnasium on the campus of Nevada Union High School. Tonight's Sac Joaquin playoff features the visiting Lady Lions from McClatchy High School and the defending Sierra Football League champions, your Nevada Union Lions. Rose and Patrick Wells sing our national anthem.
Great rendition of the national anthem by the boys Glee Club here at Nevada Union High School. Now both teams will announce their starting lineups.
Toby Thomas Rose and Patrick Wells. Now let's meet the starting lineups for
Kelsey Wong will start for sophomore. Lauren Nubla, number 4, will start at forward. Destiny Lee, the junior.
And McClatchy's leading scorer.
Number 32, Garcia, Gigi Garcia. And number 33, Jordan Cruz, a freshman. Now for the Miners. We'll see the team on the floor that has brought them to this championship game, although we'll see a number of substitutions. John McDaniels has a very deep bench that has been one of the big parts of their winning season this year. But a lot of it is on these 5 girls, and I'm looking at them down the bench. Aaron Selig, number 2, we'll see her do the ball handling. Solid as a rock, Aaron Selig. Sammy DeHart, the junior. That's the last time you hear me say DeHart. It's just Sammy to us. And the SFL League MVP, Sydney Porter. Wait till you see her play. Melanie O'Brien, the senior, last time on this floor here at NU. And of course, the Mad Bomber, Emma Peterson. There you have it. Like we said, Steve, at the beginning, the table is so set, and everybody in the stands have a soup spoon waiting to eat this game up. Give me some background on these 2 teams and how they match up.
Well, Sammy, Sydney, and Melanie O'Brien are the 3 stars here. Melanie O'Brien, second in rebounds, but shooting 47% on the season. Sydney Porter averaging 20 points a game and is 49% from the field. Sammy DeHart, leading rebounder, and is 50% from the 3-point line. Those 3 are awesome and having a great year. On the other side of it, McClatchy has 7 underclassmen, so they are going to be looking to run the ball, and they have both their big players in the game, Gigi Garcia and Destiny Lee, both of which are their number 1 and 2 leading scorers. Destiny Lee with almost 12 points per game, but shooting 60%.
Steve, there isn't a senior on the floor for McClatchy as they're going to jump the ball, and it goes out of bounds. I believe it's going to be an NU ball. It will be. Emma will inbound. There'll be a full court press immediately to start. Miners very, very good at breaking a press to Sammy. Sammy good with both hands. There's no problem breaking the press. Inside, looking inside now to Emma. Emma wants to shoot the first shot of the game. Decides not. Aaron Selleck. Aaron down the middle, inside. Melanie O'Brien inside. Should have gotten a foul, but nothing. Emma comes up with the ball. Emma with a 3 ball. Way off, and we'll have a foul. Boy, Steve, you could see that Emma wanted to take that shot, couldn't you?
Oh, yeah, but it was a bit rushed. She knew the clock was winding down and felt that pressure.
This is Nubula. Nubula trying to get the ball to Kelsey Wong, number 3. Once again on the floor, number 32, Gigi Garcia. They're all down this end of the floor. Full court press now. Miners will trap. Garcia. 3 ball on the way. First shot of the game. Nothing but net. That's number 33, Jordan Cruz. Miners looking to settle down now. Man on man. Emma Peterson trying to do it by herself, goes inside, in and out. And the Lions will clear. Ball handling skills by Lauren Nibula up top. She looks to feed inside and slapped away by Sammy.
The Miners defense is going to have to hang tough early. McClatchy is a very fast team, They have very accurate shooters and two very big players in the paint. So if Nevada Union's defense can hang on, their offense might get some momentum.
Nebula will inbound. Sending an inside play. That's Garcia. Out of Wong. Melanie O'Brien doing a great job of guarding Lee inside, keeping a body on her. Lee about twice her weight. And Lee gets another. First 5 points go to the guests. Sammy Wisely's going to settle it down and walk the ball down the court. Emma all the way down, no. 2-3 balls by Emma, not even close. Another 3 ball in the way, off the rim, and Samuel clear. Here comes Selleck. Selleck down the court. Emma wants to shoot the ball again, thinks she can beat Wong one-on-one. Melanie gets a clean shot, nothing. Miners coming out ice cold. Wong now to go over to Nebula. I believe it's pronounced Nubla. And inside we get a push. First foul of the game will go to the Lions. That will be on number 22, Destiny Lee. Destiny's going to find out that Melly O'Brien is a load. She isn't very tall, but she is strong. Melanie calling for the ball inside now, and another foul on the Lions. That one will be on Lauren Nubla. Miners need to just get a basket now, get themselves settled down and set up. Visibly nervous before the game. And that'll be a turnover.
McClatchy plays a very big defense. They are not afraid to get in there. That's why they're getting into a little bit of foul trouble, those 2 quick fouls, and that might come back to bite them later.
Now trying to get the ball in bounds. She finally does. Nubla will handle it inside. The press. And there's Melanie O'Brien. Melanie coming over to knock the ball out of bounds. 5 minutes left in the first quarter, 5-0. Miners have yet to score. Five seconds called.
Well, there's that Nevada Union defense.
They'll live with it and die with it. Certainly represents maybe as many as 30% of their points during the season in any given game. Selleck to Sammy. Emma looking inside now. Sydney Porter yet to touch the basketball. And the game still stays at 5-0 as we cross the 5-minute mark. Down on their end of the court now, Miners looking to trap. And there's a walk. So what do you think, Steve? A little nerves on both sides are creating some weak turnovers on both teams.
Yeah, well, these two teams both have very strong defenses, and both of these teams are used to the defense fueling the offense. McClatchy only with 2 made baskets, and Nevada Union yet to make 1.
Sammy looking inside now. There's Melanie. They need to get Porter involved in this offense. Coming across to the top. And another travel call. Clearly the reason that Sydney Porter has not touched the basketball is Lauren Nubla is all over her, not giving her any room to move.
No, I mean, you look at any matchup with Nevada Union when they have the ball, their defense is tight on everyone, regardless of whether they're close to the ball or not.
There's the wide open shot for a three-pointer. Easy rebound and putback. No good. Melanie O'Brien clears, and here come the Miners. Selleck needs to take that shot, and she travels again. I beg your pardon, it's not going to be a travel now. It'll be a foul, and that'll be a second foul on Nubla.
That was a very good play by Selleck, knowing she had that one step, and a good foul by Nubla, because if she doesn't make that foul, it's an easy layup for Selleck.
Kelsey Wong now will come back into the game. She will replace Nubla, so Sydney Porter will have a new defender. Long ball on the way, no good, no one underneath. Missing and finally knocked out of bounds. Good play that time. Denying the rebound and putback by Lee. Emma Peterson comes over to slap the ball away.
Looked like Lee thought she had a lot more time than she did.
Garcia very strong to the basket. She's going to pick up a foul. So we'll see if 6 foot plus Gigi Garcia, the sophomore, has any kind of a touch from the free throw line. This one is good. Steve, if you had told me that with 3 minutes left in the first quarter, the Miners had not scored a basket, I'd have told you were nuts. But that's what we're staring at here. And that's the 7th point now by the Lions. O'Brien comes across court now. Selleck. Emma looking inside. Almost a steal, but Melanie O'Brien has it in the corner. They're not getting anything to look at here. 8 seconds left. Peterson will create. And there's Porter. DeHart. Sammy misses the long ball. And again, Steve, we haven't even had a rim out yet. They haven't come close to making a basket.
Well, they haven't even had an open shot. Every shot's been very pressured. Time running down.
7-0 here. Miners trailing. Even though there has been 7 points scored by the Lions, the Miners are very tenacious on defense. They just need to find something on the offensive end that works for them.
And I think the way they're going to do that is through the free throw line. If they can continue to get McClatchy to rack up the fouls, that'll really do a lot. Because in foul trouble, McClatchy will have to back off on their defense, and that will create the open shot. But as of right now, they just have to keep driving to the basket, get those fouls, and get to the free throw line.
Number 24 now, off the back, that is Wong, Christy Wong, missing the 3 ball. Selleck wants to go inside and is cut off by Garcia. Emma Peterson saves it. Selleck off the side rim. Sammy will get it back. There's Selleck going all the way to the basket. She'll get fouled and she will go to the line for 2. Sydney comes off the sidelines talking to Coach McDaniel now. She has not seen this kind of tenacious defense all season long. Steve, there's a replay.
Yeah, this is just a good play by Selleck, knowing she has position on both McClatchy defenders, goes up right into the body and gets to the free throw line exactly as she's supposed to.
And that will be the 2nd foul on Big Destiny Lee, the junior. In the ball game now. Grace Pay will come in. Grace will spell Melanie O'Brien. who has been working tenaciously on defending Big Destiny Lee. Second free throw's up and good. So the Miners are on the scoreboard. 7-1 ball game, 2 minutes and 29 seconds left in the first quarter. In the ball game now, coming back in, Lauren Nubla. She'll be back on Sydney Porter. They will inbound, and Sammy will clear as she brings the ball down the court. Sammy can take, and now another foul driven to the ground. Gigi Garcia, that'll be the 5th team foul now. And Steve, you're right. They're going right at these big players here inside the key.
That is how you go against a tight, aggressive defense. Straight at them.
Sammy should look at that shot. Selleck from downtown, no good. Back to Selleck. Selleck inside. She's not going to get the foul. Ball's knocked out and it'll be a Miner ball. Long pass inside, and looks like another foul is going to be called on Gigi Garcia. That's her second, and it'll be the 6th team foul. One more foul, and the Miners will be in the penalty for the entire second quarter.
So Christy Wong has to come in for Garcia, who just racked up 2 quick fouls.
That's the shot they're waiting for from the elbow. Sammy DeHart. Off the rim. Selleck wants to run. Now throws the ball errantly down the court. Luckily, Emma comes back up with it.
A very risky pass.
Looking for the one-on-one matchup here. Selleck finds no room. Finally, Porter touches the ball. This is the reason right there why she's MVP. She can get to the basket. Back inside, Sammy misses the easy one. And the Lions will walk the ball down the court to set up. And I believe Grace Page just picked up her first foul.
That's going to be on Peterson, her second.
No, you're right. They are calling it on Peterson. Emma will sit. When you're as tenacious a defender as Emma, you have a tendency to pick a few fouls up. All the way down the middle and up and over, no good. And clearing is Grace Pay. Good job, Grace, inside. Sammy looking for the one-on-one matchup. Sammy DeHart. And inside, no foul is called. In the game now, A.C. Willis. A.C., the only freshman that the Nevada Union Miners have on their squad. She was taken over mid-year from the sophomore team. Very strong player. Looking inside and not able to complete it. Grace Pay coming in and doing a great job. And another foul. Rather than pass the ball off, Sydney Porter goes to the basket herself and picks up the foul, putting the Lions into the penalty with 7 fouls. Here's a replay, Steve.
Yeah, I think this is a good decision on Porter's part. She grabs it. She has the path to the basket and just goes right into it. Right, AC is open, but AC doesn't have the momentum coming in that Porter does. So when she goes around and cuts in, she ensures that she's at least going to get to the foul line.
Sydney Porter rolls in her first one. We've seen Sydney score 30 points or more twice this season. Second one is up and good. 5-7 Miners trail by 2 in the waning moments of the first quarter. And another turnover by the Lions as they're starting to feel the heat from this Miner defense.
Oh, they were rushing there. They had much more time than they thought. They're still 10.2 seconds, and Nevada Union can now get down there and score the last points of the quarter.
And there's a steal inside. Golden back by Selleck. Selleck has 5 seconds. Melanie will go in and get it. The Miners have tied it up as the first quarter comes to an end. And listen to this gymnasium. They love their Miners here at Ali Gymnasium, and why not? They battled back from 7 points down to tie the game here to start the second quarter. There's your line score, Steve.
And that really is indicative of Nevada Union's defense. They forced McClatchy to commit 6 turnovers, limited themselves to just 4, and NU is actually out-rebounding McClatchy 10-7. And there is a massive battle going on.
There's a wave going on across the NU student body doing the wave.
And just this replay, she gets it, tries to set up, and just loses the ball out of bounds. There's still 10 seconds left. You have the time to just set up, dribble out of it, maybe set someone up who's going, crashing the basket, but you just lost the handle thinking the time was much lower than it was.
So, Coach John McDaniel talks to his team. We have seen this team down on a few occasions this season. They always battle back. It seems like they always get in the game. The Miners this year 23-4 overall, winning all of their league games. Lions setting it up, looking inside now. The big player can't get it inside to Cruz. Sammy looking to go one-on-one. Grace Pay. Now inside to Melanie. Melanie's going to match up and pretty clear foul, but not called. Number 22, Destiny Lee, defending. Here's Garcia inside with the spin move. They haven't been able to complete those baskets, and it means everything to this game so far. Sammy inside makes the roll. Sammy DeHart scoring the last 4 points, and another turnover now. Nubla feeling the pressure put on by Sydney Porter.
And you can feel the momentum shift. McClatchy with good offensive plays, a couple sloppy turnovers, and just cannot score the basket.
Porter loves to shoot that shot underneath and collect the fouls, and that's exactly what she does. Kelsey Wong, the sophomore, trying to stop the thundering feet of Sydney Porter.
And when that play developed, Wong had very good position, but Sydney Porter just keeps the speed up. She doesn't need to slow down to make that cut towards the basket. She keeps it going and just draws fouls.
This young lady right here, Steve, will be a wonderful collegiate player. She has got every part of the game together. Her shooting is excellent. Very, very good defensive skills. Great speed, which I think is her biggest asset. She'll play 2 guard for somebody this year. Second is up and in and out. That is a rare double miss by Porter. O'Brien knocks the ball out. Lions continue to try to pound inside. Gigi Garcia, number 32, and number 22, Destiny Lee. They're two very big players, but they're not able to convert. Here comes the Hart looking inside, throws the ball away. Lions have numbers. Quick inside, and it's good. First basket they've scored in a while. 9-9 here.
Well, that three-pointer is not going to count. And Gigi Garcia just picked up her third foul.
And Garcia, a very aggressive player. She is a junior. And it looks like they're going to actually, Garcia is a sophomore. They're going to sit her down.
And into the game is McClatchy's only senior, Ingrid Martinez.
Selleck up for the first one, no good. Miners not shooting their normal high percentage of free throws.
No, they're only 3 of 7.
Now back across the court, here's Wong looking inside. Nubla coming under the basket, can't get it to fall. And crashing her own player. That is Cruz, and Cruz actually created a turnover. It could have easily been a basket putback.
Yeah, that was an interesting decision to go into that rebound, which was being contested. It wasn't clear, so we take a look at the replay here. Coming up, really anyone could have come down with that. But he just comes in and plays spoiler for everyone.
Mike. Peterson now using Sammy up front. Sammy, I think, can beat any player on the floor one-on-one. Here she comes. She likes that elbow shot. Scores! Sammy to Hart. Excellent shooter from the elbow, anywhere around that key. Wong. Not a Martinez, and there's a turnover. Here comes Sammy. All the way inside. She tried to get a scoop and draw the foul. That's not going to happen. The Lions now on the move, and Emma's going to pick up a foul. I think she's got to reach in. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be on Emma Peterson, Steve. That's going to be her third. Nevada Union's only got 4 total fouls, and 3 of them are on Emma.
I believe they only have 3 team fouls.
Inside the hard way. Now that's what NU's got to worry about. Destiny Lee putting her shoulder down. And another scoop shot that goes nowhere for Porter. Back out in front. 11-11 is your ball game. Halfway through the second quarter, and bang! That's Jordan Cruz scoring from downtown. Sammy to Hart. No good. She's not getting close enough to the basket to convert that side shot. And she didn't get back down the floor fast enough to cover her man. 2 quick baskets, a total of 5 points here. Now, NU. Grace Pay will try a long ball, no good. Really not her forte. And talk about a momentum swing, huh, Steve?
Yeah, absolutely. NU's defense hasn't forced a turnover in a while, and they're really not getting any open shots or any fouls.
And I believe we'll get a foul that time. That's Erin Selleck who's going to pick up her first foul. And you're right, that is the 4th team foul overall now for the Miners.
So NU's going to take a timeout here and try and slow things down.
Well, they're down by 5 points now. 3:53 left in the second quarter. He'll take a second. Let them have a breather. The 5 points are represented by a 3-ball and a 2-ball. That 2-ball was a mental error, unfortunately, by Sammy DeHart, who lost her man and got an easy one underneath.
Yeah, no one really thought ahead, thought that was going to happen. They were so focused on the play before where we thought that Sammy was fouled, and everyone was still focused on that to pick up her man.
But the big story, Steve, 9 fouls on the board here for the Lions. 2 of their big players having some difficulty with fouls here early in the game. We'll see how that plays out as the game continues here and we get to the fourth quarter. Slapping the ball out of bounds, that's Sydney Porter. Nubla trying to go inside and does. Look up and in. Selleck, ball handling skills as usual, very excellent. Hey, turnover. They don't want to foul, and she does. Tried so hard not to put her hands on her. Good play that time by Lauren Nubla. Porter picking up her first foul, Steve?
Yes, it is.
Nubla will go to the line now. Lions up by 7. Now 8. Nubla is second up, and it will roll running. It's good. Coming back in the game now, Nubla will come off the floor. Back on will be Kelsey Wong.
McClatchy taking out both of their big players.
Let's see how the Miners take advantage of that. Down the center, all the way down, and another errant shot. Porter just trying to do too much.
She's trying to draw fouls, and I mean, it looks like she's drawing contact. Whether or not it's enough for a foul, the referees are saying isn't.
And there's a foul inside. Looks like that's going to be on number 24, Wong, Christy Wong. Let's see. No, it's on number 22, Destiny Lee.
And that's her third foul.
They'll have to pull Destiny off the floor, and they do.
And now Nevada Union's in the double bonus.
Ingrid Martinez, number 21, comes in for Destiny. I think the Miners have an opportunity now with this group of players on the floor and 2:35 left. I think they can take advantage of this matchup.
Yeah, if this doesn't open up any offensive opportunities, it'll definitely slow down McClatchy's offense because they have been working the post over and over again, and it is just hard to defend against 2 big players like Destiny Lee and Gigi Garcia.
Coach McDaniel definitely has an idea. He is talking to the players about their matchups now. You can see he thinks the one-on-one matchup now is advantage NU, especially with Porter and with Sammy DeHart. DeHart will inbound. And she'll take her time walking it up the floor. Melanie O'Brien inside. Misses the easy one. O'Brien gets it back, though, and scores!
And she had to work hard to get that.
Miners playing a strong defense inside now, and that will be 2 and 1. Steve, did you catch who that foul was on?
I didn't. I believe it's Selleck, actually. That's going to be her second.
Emma Peterson coming in. We call Emma the Mad Bomber because she can score the ball from the NBA line with a high percentage. Hasn't had any points tonight, but if you're looking for some points from the outside, she'd be the one you want in. 23-13, Lions lead. Emma. Down the middle, Sammy gets the rebound, puts it back up quickly. Emma knocking the ball off of a Lions player. And you will retain possession.
And I like NU's game plan of just driving straight into the contact. I think they need to generate even more contact just to get those fouls.
Sammy missing the elbow from 10. Strong defense. NU now has 10 seconds left in the shot clock. 1:38 left in the game clock, and Sammy's got numbers. Emma looking for the 3 ball. There's Melanie O'Brien all by herself, and she gets to it.
McClatchy did not recover well.
Three ball on its way and good. Number 24, Christy Wong, bails the Lions out here with less than a minute to play. 11-point lead now by the Lions. Selleck. And she will get bailed out. That is Emma Peterson going inside as the shot clock winding down.
And this is the previous play. Melanie O'Brien wide open. No one collapsed in the middle where she was just kind of hanging out. No one recovered well.
Emma Peterson looking for her first points tonight at the line. Now, boy, Steve, this free throw percentage is becoming a bit of a problem for the Miners.
No, as a team on the season, they've shot 67%. And right now, they have missed all 4 opportunities this quarter.
Well, Peterson finally gets her first point of the night with 40 seconds left in the first half. Tough press. And missing the easy one, and a foul. Melanie O'Brien sticking her hand in there, knowing she fouled, and the ball rolls in. So going to the line, Kimya Cole, the sophomore.
And let's take a look at this again. This is the layup that should have been fouled because that is wide open. Really should have been covered, and then O'Brien just is out of position, goes right to the elbow. Easy foul call.
Emma's got 15 seconds on the clock. It's going to roll one. It's not going to go. Emma steals it back away, misses that one. Peterson, they're going to put another foul on Emma. A little too much aggression. And that will be 4. on the Mad Bomber here in her last game here in Ali Gymnasium, and you can see the look on her face. He is not happy as she goes to the bench.
No, there is just so much contact going on under the basket. I'm just wondering what it's going to take for a defensive foul call in the paint. All the foul calls have been away from the ball. They've been softer contact, but away from the action.
And that will go down. Sarah Shimizu. I have a Shih Tzu at home, but this is Sarah Shimizu. And scores her second. 30-16 now, Miners trailing. Last 7 seconds on the clock, trying to find a way to get 2 on the scoreboard before this half ends. At halftime, we'll have Jim Adams. He will be interviewing a prominent NU player or coach. Sammy trying to find a way down, all long ball. And that's the half. Not what we were expecting here in Ali. Rarely do we see this team down by 14 points at halftime as they walk in to the locker room. But they have their hands full with the McClatchy Lions tonight. Steve, give me a review here. What do we have for points? There's a line score for you. NU and the Lions both with 7 points in the first quarter, and then the 23-point second quarter by the McClatchy Lions. Obviously is what this game is really all about. So a great ball game we're seeing tonight. Let me remind you, this is the Touchdown Productions Sports Network. You're watching the game of the week. We'll be right back.
It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
I'm hungry.
Are we ready to order?
Yes.
Yes, I want pancakes.
Pancake sounds good, Dad. That means cute.
I love pancakes at Old Town Cafe.
I love pancakes at Old Town Cafe.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our 4th location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The Beam Center joins forces with Admiral Electric to offer you electrical services for your home. In the foothills, your power can go out at any time and be out for days. Plan ahead with the Beam Center and a Generac home generator. From an easy, safe manual transfer switch to a complete automatic standby system, the Beam Center specialist won't leave you in the dark. It's all at the Beam Easy Living Center.
Anything Green Hydroponics is your source for hydro systems, grow lights, and soils. Anything Green offers a complete range of organic nutrients as well as fungicides, miticides, and predatory bugs. Anything Green Hydroponics has just received this year's soil. Get your totes, pallets, or individual bags. Stay tuned for future workshops. It's all at Anything Green Hydroponics.
You're watching NCTV, celebrating 20 years of community broadcasting.
And back at Ali Gymnasium here, halftime score, NU Miners 16, Lions 30, and we're going to go down to the floor. Here's Jim Adams.
Walter, I don't know whether I'm coming or going tonight because here I am talking to one boss and I got another one in the truck. Totally confused, but I think I'm with Touchdown Productions tonight, so let's go with that. You and I talked before the game tonight, and there was a couple of things that we said that have really played out. One is you said you thought it could be a defensive contest. Another thing that you said was you thought McClatchy was an excellent quality team. And the third thing that you said was that Nevada Union might have their best test of the season. And here we are at halftime with Nevada Union down 14.
Well, and McClatchy has come to play tonight. They have held Nevada Union to 16, and for a team that only scored, that averages in the high 60s, it's got to be a shock to the Lady Miners right now. But if you remember on Tuesday, they were only up by 4 at half, came out and blew out Sheldon by 30. So it'll be interesting to see the halftime adjustments that McDaniel and the team make.
7-7 at the end of the first quarter. Nevada Union comes back with 9, but McClatchy comes back with 23.
Well, and one of the telling signs I saw is Sydney Porter, NU's top scorer, turns to her bench and says, "I can't get open." McClatchy has a girl, Nubila, who is just suffocating sit on the court right now, and that's really impacting the offensive flow for the Miners.
Walter, you take a look at it, Nevada Union really has had a hard time with this McClatchy team tonight. What are the adjustments they're going to make here at halftime?
Well, the interesting thing is they haven't had to face the two big girls on the floor for much of the game. They've been in foul trouble, so they got to keep that in mind when they come out and they try to get past this defense that is starting the press full court and then really suffocating them once they get into the half court as well.
So Nevada Union's biggest test in a long time here tonight, and they're going to have a mammoth second half to be able to prevail here tonight.
Absolutely. It'll all come down to adjustments as it does at this level. All the teams are quality at this level of the playoffs. It'll be about adjustments, and so we'll see which teams make what moves.
So let's switch gears here for a moment. Let's go a few miles down the road to Bear River, playing San Juan here tonight.
The Bear River team is incredible. 22-3 throughout the year. They got one little snag in league, but otherwise they have just run the gamut. I expect them to win tonight. But, again, at this level, you never know. But Bickmore always has his girls ready, and this is their first step into the playoffs so far. I'm sure they'll be ready for their contest.
We don't have an update quite yet from Bear River as to their halftime score. Maybe Paul can get that to us in a little bit. But a lot of action yet to go here tonight. Thanks for your time as usual, Walter. And let's hope that your story turns into a better one in the final 16 minutes of this contest.
Hey, how about this crowd tonight, Jim? Another packed house. It's interesting to see that NU hasn't had a packed house in this gym in a very long time, excluding last Tuesday. It's good to see that they're getting such support from the community.
Packed and loud. Indeed. Walter Ford, the Union newspaper, my sports editor boss from time to time, and we'll send it back over to Paul. Paul?
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that. You and Walter are a great team, and we have seen a great ball game here tonight. So let me remind you that this is Touchdown Productions Sports Network. We'll be back to Ali Gymnasium in just a bit. We'll see you then.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title's your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the Union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations and thank you for keeping your business local.
Today's modern transmissions are engineering marvels, shifting up to 7 different gears while you drive. That's why when your transmission needs service, you can rely on the experience of trained technicians Jim and Marvin at Jim's Transmissions. They have decades of experience and stand ready to repair any transmission problem, from a simple diagnosis to a complete rebuild. It's Jim's Transmissions, keeping your car and truck moving down the road. We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years, and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley. Preserve the memories of your special player or team forever at obphoto.com, the official photographer of Bear River football. At obphoto.com, you'll find the highest quality prints, mouse pads, coasters, photo buttons, cases for iPhones and iPads, t-shirts, sweatshirts, travel mugs, and more. obphoto.com even makes special requests. So enjoy the memories of the season at obphoto.com, your source for Bear River sports photos. Nevada County Farm Supply has been part of the agricultural scene since 1993. Their staff consists of a certified crop advisor, licensed pest control advisor, and irrigation auditor. In Penn Valley, they have a full-service nursery with over 500 varieties of plants and garden enhancements. In Grass Valley, they have a warehouse full of soil amendments, fertilizers, and nutrients. Nevada County Farm Supply, powerful knowledge and innovative solutions.
Back here, Ali Gymnasium, Paul Brown, Steve Sitter, and Jim Adams. Steve, we're going to give you a chance here to talk about stats here. Talk to us about what happened in the first half and how the two teams matched up.
Well, it's very telling. You look at the rebounds, NU 16, McClatchy 17. That's perfect. That's right where you want to be against a team with two big players. Turnovers, McClatchy 12, NU 6. Again, right where you want to be. NU's defense has been very good. Now you look at the three-pointers, NU 0 for 7. That is very telling. NU, a very high percentage team, usually from beyond the arc, but they're not getting open. Their three-pointers are rushed, and when they're not rushed, they're contested. There was one that was blocked in the first quarter. It's very hard for them to get open and get those open shots that they're usually so good at and that get them back in these games. Now you look at the free throws. McClatchy 5 for 6, McClatchy 7 for 8, NU 4 of 9, 44% in the first half. And those 5 points aren't going to get you back in this game down 14. But man, can they swing the momentum. When you take advantage of those, McClatchy has to think twice about fouling to put you back on the free throw line. And that second quarter, their defense was all over NU. Could not get any open shots, whether it was beyond the three-point line or in the paint. Everything was contested. It was really tough for NU to get anything going. Looking at the individual points, Sidney Porter averaging 20 points a game, only 2 points in the first half. Sammy DeHart, Melanie O'Brien, both with 6. And that's right where you want them to be against these two big players, Destiny Lee and Gigi Garcia. But the point scorers, the shooters, are just really quiet. Emma Peterson with just 1 point. Erin Selleck with 1 point. Melanie O'Brien with 6 is excellent. She is doing a very good job. Only 1 foul. She's got to stay in this game because she is anchoring them right now. McClatchy, Ingrid Martinez, 5 points. Jordan Cruz, 8 points with 2 of those 3 three-pointers that McClatchy has. Lots of offensive options, and Nevada Union's defense has to be ready for all of them. The only adjustments I see, NU has to keep going at it and really sell those fouls. I mean, this is coming from a guy where if he took a curveball off his elbow a little bit, I'd flail on the ground like I had a broken arm. You have to sell those fouls to get to the free throw line. You have to do everything you can to get there.
It's one thing to get fouls, but you've got to convert with those free throws. They don't make any sense if you don't take advantage of them at the line.
Absolutely.
Jimmy, let's talk about what your observations are for the first half.
McClatchy came here to play tonight. It seems like they were almost in the Nevada Union huddle knowing what NU was going to bring to the game tonight. They came out of the chute strong. I thought Nevada Union was lucky to be tied 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. When they got to 7-5, I thought, wow, what a great comeback. Then they made it 7-7. But in the second quarter, McClatchy was not to be held to 7 points. I mean, they dominated the second quarter. What does Nevada Union need to do? They need to find a way to get open shooters and to be able to score better while defending well. And against this McClatchy team, that is a tall order. Nevada Union is now facing their most difficult time in this long ladies basketball season. And we're going to find out over the next 16 minutes what they're made of and how resilient they are to challenge.
I couldn't agree with you more. Also, Walter Ford made a very, very good point. We have seen our best scorer, Sidney Porter, shut down tonight to only 2 first-half points. That is an anomaly. We haven't seen that all season, Steve. And the reason is Lauren Nubla is shutting her down, not giving her any room, and it's frustrating her. I think because of that, she's making a few errant shots. She's trying to get to the basket. You're seeing some scoop shots that she probably shouldn't be making. She needs to settle down, find her screens out in front, and do what she does best, score the ball from 15 feet.
And to go back to the really sell the foul, if you're driving and you're going through a double team, the shot is not the most important thing. The most important thing, if you're going through a double team, is to get fouled. You're not going to make the shot most of the time. Even if you are fouled, get to the free throw line, make your free throws. But if you're so focused on just making the shot and trying to avoid contact to lay it in there, that's what the referee is looking at.
You know, NU is going to have to come out strong. But one of the things that you mentioned, Paul, was that Walter Ford, in talking to me in the pregame, he had this game nailed. He told me exactly what the potentials were. He had done his research, and it was as if he had been playing all week with the McClatchy squad. So now as the second half begins, Paul and Steve, take it away.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that halftime help. Inbounding the ball, NU will take over, and they'll start this important third quarter. As we all know, the first minutes of the third quarter, always a very telling part of the basketball game. Melanie O'Brien will try for a 3-ball. No good. And it is cleared by Cruz. Nubla slowing it down, walking the ball up the court. Looking inside to Gigi Garcia, and it's another turnover. Third quarter typically is NU's best quarter. Sammy inbounding to Aaron Selleck. O'Brien takes a look, doesn't want to shoot the 3-ball this time. Porter drives all the way through, no good. Sammy inside, gets the rebound and slapped away. Lions take over. Quick inside, and they're going to give her a foul. That's, I believe it's Grace Payne. Yeah, Grace is going to catch her second foul tonight, and to the line, Destiny Lee.
A good defensive stand there by Pay, but just stand there, and when she throws her weight into you, fall over. It's a turnover. There's no need to try and go up for the block. If you're trying to establish position below, go for the charge.
First ball, no good. Neither team has scored in the second half yet. Off the front of the rim. O'Brien, strong defense now by the Lions. Sammy likes that shot right in there. And Aaron is going to turn the ball over with a walk. Aaron didn't know if she wanted to go back into Sammy or dribble the ball, and subsequently stumbles her feet. Long, now to Nubla. And Destiny Lee gets an easy one. Without Emma Peterson in the game, the long game will come back down to Sammy DeHart, excellent long ball shooter, and of course, Sydney Porter. Melanie in and out. Trying to steer that ball. She's not just thinking and shooting.
And another travel by McClatchy. That's their second turnover of the quarter.
And you yet to score in this second half. O'Brien. Ball slapped away. Little elbow shot from the top of the key is good. Sammy DeHart gets the first blood for NU in the second half. 18-32, Miners trail. And Grace Bay will pick up another foul here.
Emma Peterson's going to come into the game. Remember, she has 4 fouls.
She's going to have to idle back her usually very tenacious defense. Try to save that last foul. Long ball on its way in, good. Wow, Kelsey Wong dumping one from way downtown. Emma trying to do more than she really can. Really had no room there. And Emma Peterson, the smallest player on the court, gets thrown around a bit.
Well, she was lifted to her feet there by way of the ball.
Here's a replay, Steve. She was just going for the ball.
Yeah, there's a loose ball. She goes down. It's still kind of banging around. Now she has it. Tripped up a little bit. Now she's going to secure it underneath her. And then here comes Destiny Lee, grabs it and lifts her up off of the court and onto her feet. And there's the jump ball call.
Emma not being a whole lot bigger than the ball itself. I can see how she'd get lifted up if she just grappled onto it. In the meantime, there's been a turnover by the Lions, and NU will take back over. Still down by 17. DeHart looking for the one-on-one situation and falls. Wow, Steve, that's something you don't see.
Yeah, she got her feet kind of taken out from under her, trying to go 2 directions at once.
Miners need to find some fast break points here, and they're just not getting them. Ball's inbounded Melanie O'Brien. She'll go right down the heart of the key and doesn't get a foul nor a basket. Ball is out. NU possession. 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Now let's take a look at this drive by O'Brien. Does a good job hitting the seams, but just goes around everything. Ball looks like it was partially tipped there. And it will stay in Nevada Union ball.
O'Brien is going to be fouled, I believe. They're going to say that Ingrid Martinez was hanging on to her. Yep, that's what they're going to get. Only one team foul by NU, or 2 team fouls by MU so far in the second half. 1 on the Lions. Long ball downtown, in and out. Emma hasn't found the range tonight. On the other end, 3 ball no good. It'll be off Garcia. Sammy being left to bring the ball down the court. O'Brien now. There's Peterson. In, out, and out again. Peterson can't buy one. Nubla to Wong inside. Garcia, twin spin move. No good and cleared by Sammy DeHart. Peterson will try again. This time it goes. Good shooters just keep shooting. Press now, finally broken by Nubla. She'll make it all the way to the rim. She's walking, she's underneath, it hits the inside, still no whistle. And they'll give a foul. Everybody in the gymnasium thought it was a travel.
And that's going to be Aaron Selleck's third foul. Let's take a look at that one more time. You see Nubla underneath, just manages to keep her pivot foot. Just kind of throws it up there against the bottom of the backboard, gets her own rebound, and then just tries to get something going on. Looks like Selleck did get her arm in there.
36-21 now. Miners down 15. Looking to get something going here before the end of the third quarter. It's going to be tough to get 15 points on this team in the fourth quarter. They need to chip away at this deficit. There's a good start right there. In and out and still not dropping the three balls. A mainstay for this NU team all season, just aren't falling. All by herself, the rainbow ball comes down touching nothing but the bottom of the nylon. That's number 25, Alex Washington. Wow. That's a dagger. It's early, but I'll tell you what, that silenced this crowd. Looking inside now, and it looks like Peterson will pick up a foul.
And that was a well-designed play. Now they've got McClatchy thinking that they're just going to shoot three-pointers. They brush their defense out to the three-point line, leaving that pass down low open. And you'll see it here in this replay. See, there's only one defender in the paint. Washington a little slow to react to the pass, and Peterson just goes up and gets fouled.
Picks up her first. Peterson at the line, as you see, coming off the floor, Gigi Garcia. There's Emma. And she gets her second.
I think Porter got away with a big reach in there.
Noticeable defense now stepped up, and there'll be a walk inside. Destiny Lee not able to convert, shuffling her feet before she could get to that shot off. Miners trying to set up a play. Emma loves that shot from downtown. And she's hit her last two. 26-39. A glimmer of hope filtering through this crowd. Coach for the Lions, Jessica Glinski, took a timeout trying to settle it down, seeing there's a little bit of a momentum change, Steve.
There is. NU's really changed their offensive scheme. They've stopped trying to run plays. They stopped trying to throw it down low, trying to go center against center. They've started with a much better game plan. Just keep throwing threes up there. Now Peterson's got that touch going. Sammy DeHart's thrown a couple up there. She's trying to zero in on it, and that's going to open up a lot of possibilities going in to the end of the third quarter and even into the fourth quarter.
Percentage for three balls that have gone down for NU so far, though, has been relatively low. This season,
14.
yeah, this season we have been spoiled. That three ball has come to our aid so many times, and now we need it. It's good to see that Emma Peterson isn't frustrated by her lack of three balls. She's still putting them up, and the last two have gone down.
And she knows that's why she's on the floor right now.
No doubt. She's a streaky shooter. And missing down court. Selick missed the steal. Peterson looking for Porter. Porter long ball. Quick catch and shoot. No good from the three line. Nubla. Now over to Washington. Washington's rainbow gets rallied up by Lee, and this game is getting out of control. Porter with her scoop shot, and she'll catch a foul. 43-26, Miners trailing. Honestly, Steve, I didn't expect this tonight. We don't watch these girls lose. We've only seen 4 losses in a total of 25 games. They've got their work cut out for them in the fourth quarter.
They certainly do. They have an offensive strategy that looks like it's just starting to work, but after giving up 23 points in the second quarter, that is just so hard to come back from.
Sydney at the line. Over the top, Sammy's going to get called for a reach in.
That is only her first foul, though.
I got to say, if anybody can take over the game and bring this score back for the Miners, it would be Sammy DeHart.
She's been relatively quiet, only 8 points on the night.
Same thing with Porter. That's just good defense. You got to credit the Lion defense. Peterson scrambling for the ball. You gotta love her. We've been watching this young woman play since she was a sophomore, and this is the way she plays every single game.
Now let's take a look at this replay. Again, Peterson just loses the handle a little bit trying to dribble into a triple team, but doesn't give up, just dives. Very dangerous to do, especially with 4 fouls, diving right into a defender like that, but going for the ball and manages to at least get a jump ball instead of a straight steal.
Mike. Back to live action. Lions will inbound.
And that's Erin Selick's 4th foul now, so she's right on the verge of fouling out along with Emma Peterson.
Nubla kicking it back out and turning the ball over. 21 seconds left here in the third. Miners will come down. They'll see if they can get a score in before the quarter ends. Sammy looks at the clock and decides she's going to walk it up. One-on-one move. That's inside Melanie O'Brien. She makes the turn, misses the shot. Long ball now in, good! Sydney Porter right at the buzzer. And they're reeling it in here at Ali Gymnasium, 13 points down now. That was like opening the doors and letting the fresh air in here. That 3 ball brought the crowd to its feet. Steve, give me a quick review of that quarter.
Well, McClatchy doing a very poor job handling the ball, committing 7 turnovers, but an excellent job recovering. Nevada Union with 14 points did all right, much better offensively than the first 2 quarters. But you look at the rebounds, McClatchy 13 rebounds, NU with 5. So McClatchy dominating in the paint on offense and on defense, not allowing NU to get any second chance opportunities, barely allowing any first chance opportunities, but 3 of 9 from the 3-point line finally establishes an all-around offense for Nevada Union, something that they lacked in the first half.
Very good quarter for Nevada Union, but only able to reel them back in by 1 point. 14 points for Nevada Union, 13 points for the McClatchy Lions. Let's see what kind of heart this team has. We've seen them come back from this many before. O'Brien back out to Selleck. Selleck with 4 fouls. Sammy DeHart. This is where we like to see it. DeHart picks it back out to Selleck. No good. DeHart battling for the rebound. Fast break. DeHart wants the 3 ball. No good. Fast break is working now for the Lions, and Sammy's forced to reach in. Lions will take a moment and substitute back in the game Lauren Nubla. Lauren will be back on Sydney Porter. Nubla not a bad offensive player herself, and that quick inbounds pass is a killer. 47-30 now. 17-point lead. Sydney's going to have to start getting involved in this game. That clear foul, and Melanie O'Brien has not granted one. We'll be like taking time off the clock now. They're going to work this ball. Even this early in the fourth quarter, they know that these precious seconds with a 17-point lead. DeHart knocking the ball out.
And with 7 seconds on the shot clock, I would not be surprised if they tried that same play on the other side.
Good job by DeHart. Let's see if Porter can score on her patented fast break. Another scoop shot just doesn't go. And the one on the other end, that one by Alex Washington does. Timeout's called by John McDaniel. John wants to slow this thing down. He can see his season drifting away now, down 19 with less than 7 minutes to play. Steve, is there hope?
I'm going to go with a very cautious yes, but it's going to take quite a lot. McClatchy has not committed a turnover in this quarter yet. NU's defense has to be solid, and their shooting has to be near perfect to get them back this late.
Yeah, something's got to change here, Steve. We're not seeing any transition points at all. NU lives and dies. They have made a meal out of teams that cannot break their press, and this team, I don't think they've gotten any off the press points this entire game. Also, they're not throwing the ball long. In fact, we're seeing the Lions playing a minor type game, clearing the rebound and throwing the ball long down the court. That's a very classic minor move that we have seen in every game except this.
Well, McClatchy has proven that they are the faster team. I mean, no one's been able to get open away from the ball. Screens away from the ball just are not working, and their defense has been, like you said, suffocating. It's very hard to get those shots from the three-point line, even from the elbow, if you can't get open.
Nubla working inside, steal by Sammy. Here comes Porter. Porter with the left hand now inside, and she loses the ball, just loses the ball.
It looked like she was tripped up, going into that layup, but that has not been called all game, so no reason why they would call it now.
Peterson with the steal. And O'Brien just can't handle it. Peterson needed to take her time and deliberately execute that pass.
Absolutely. There was no one around O'Brien. That pass did not need to be a bullet. Just a simple bounce pass so she could adjust, come back to it, and set up with the layup.
That's a backcourt foul, just stepping over the line.
And that is McClatchy's 22nd turnover. And they are still up 19.
O'Brien, good shooter, misses everything that time. And with a slap to the ground goes Emma Peterson.
And that's a good call. She was deliberately held to get away from that rebound.
Coach McDaniel staying with his starters. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. Peterson fires another three ball down. That's the first steal we've seen. All the way to the hole. No good. And they'll stay here. Looks like Emma Peterson collected a foul. Number 3, Kelsey Wong.
And it was very similar to the foul she picked up on the previous possession. Just held her to keep her away from the rebound.
McClatchy's going to call a timeout. In the ball game, Ingrid Martinez will come in. Everybody speculating what Coach McDaniel will come out with. Steve, I don't think he's got any choice. He's got to shoot the three ball now if he's going to have any chance of getting close.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just heartbreaking to say because the percentages have been so low. But just in the paint, McClatchy has been running it. NU's defense has really turned it on lately, forcing 4 McClatchy turnovers between these timeouts. And that really has helped their offense. McClatchy has shown that they're not the best defense when they're recovering from a broken offensive play. So if they can keep those turnover counts high, they really do have a chance to put some more points on the board quickly.
Selleck will inbound. Looking for Peterson. Peterson wanted to shoot, but is denied, and now we're going to get another foul, and that will put the Lions at 6. Next foul will go to the penalty.
And these have been such poorly timed fouls from McClatchy. They've been so obvious and so needless.
O'Brien out in front now. Finds the Mad Bomber. Let's see if she puts another one up. She's 3 for 3 for her last 3 shots. There's her shot up, no good. It's not even close. The Hart was open but didn't get the pass. Nubla looking to shave some seconds off that clock, and it looks like there'll be a Another foul, it's going to be on Emma. That's going to be the end of her season. And off the floor, Emma Peterson with a few tears. A fantastic run here as an NU Mina, Emma Peterson. I know that she will play in college. She has already been spoken for, I believe, by Simpson College, and we have enjoyed her for 3 seasons. High arcing shot now. Grace Pay comes down with it. Sammy will get a clean one. 14-point lead. NU needs to find some defense. Sammy DeHart knocking it away. 4:07 left. Miners 35, Lions 49. Quick shot up and good. Jordan Cruz, the freshman, getting a pair. And I'll tell you, Steve, the Miners need some help, and the Lions are just hitting their shots.
And there's another foul, this one on Nubla. That's her 3rd.
And they'll get one-on-one, I believe.
That's going to put Sydney Porter on the line shooting a 1-and-1. Sydney Porter with only 6 points so far in this game.
We got to talk about a player of the game, Steve, and I'm thinking Emma Peterson tonight.
I'm with you on that one.
But we'll have to talk about that as it comes. Porter dumping her 2nd. And a timeout is called by the Lions. Jessica Kaninsky, the coach, is taking no chances. She's in the middle of that crowd there, and you can see her. She doesn't want to let any possible momentum change here with 3 minutes and 45 seconds spoil this game for her team.
No, and she knows the momentum has been the story of this game. McClatchy has had it pretty much this entire game, starting in that 2nd quarter when they scored 23. They don't want to lose it now, kind of end on a sour note. NU's defense has been very good this quarter. They've already forced 11 turnovers in this half. They forced 12 in the first half, and they're just not letting up.
Press still on now. Errant pass, and it's going to be, Sammy's going to come up with it. No, it's going to fall out of her hands. Oh, bad luck by Sammy DeHart. Pay now in to handle the ball. And Pay's going to get tied up. Just out hustled by Donald.
Yeah, she really dove in there, made a good defensive decision, not going for the straight steal, knowing she just needed to tie the ball up.
10-4 so far of this quarter. McClatchy got the lead and is hanging on to it. Inside, quick pass, no good. Melanie O'Brien not able to handle it inside, and it'll be a turnover as the clock ticks under 3 minutes. Gigi Garcia getting another.
That was a nice strong move by Garcia, getting and pivoting right.
Long ball. Porter. Sydney Porter firing down a 3 ball, but it's a little too late. 15-point lead. There's Pay. She's going to get a steal.
She was very off balance, trying to make that throw off her opposite foot and had no power behind it.
There's no give up in this team, though. Grace Pay's inbound attempt, slapped back away. Bryant trying for one off the rim, no good.
And McClatchy just running time off now with 1:47 left.
They'll have one-on-one. They're going to get Gigi Garcia back on the floor along with Shimizu. 15-point lead, foregone conclusion. The Miners, after a superior season, are going to fall to the McClatchy Lions.
And full credit to McClatchy. They played an excellent basketball game from start to finish.
You know, last year the Lady Miners were upset in the first round by St. Francis. Now, I got to tell you, though, Steve, as we watched them battle here in the last minute and a half, as you see Aaron Selleck put the ball in the basket, it has been a pleasure and an honor to cover this team this season. This team has got no give up, and there's character in every player that you see on the floor. And they came out with purpose, and they came out with good game plan. There's going to be some tears after this in the locker room, but they can hold their head high. Long ball, Sammy, not getting the bounce. We'll see Sammy DeHart again next season. Grace Pay. It's a backcourt.
This is McClatchy's 8th turnover of the quarter. They're 27th on the night.
And they're leading 12-9 in the quarter as far as scoring. Sammy's got that look in her eye. She wants that last shot. No, she's going to feed it inside. Selleck's going to get one. 44-57, Miners trailing. Now it's under 1 minute left to play. Shimizu. They're going to hold the ball. That's Jordan Cruz in the corner.
And for McClatchy, number 24, Chrissy Wong.
So 2 season titles, SFL champion NU Lady Miners, twice SFL champions, 10-0 in league, are going to be eliminated here in the second round of the playoffs, Steve. And there isn't a person in this auditorium that's not heartbroken.
No, this has been a really tough game. I'm sure to watch and also to play. This has been a very physical game as well. Lots of fouls. Emma Peterson got into foul trouble early. On the other side, Garcia and Lee got in foul trouble early. They haven't had a foul all half. They've been playing very clean as well. They made very good adjustments in the locker room at halftime. And McClatchy overall, I mean, everyone has scored except for one player. So their offense has come from really everyone. You look over at NU, no bench points at all. The only points have come from the 5 starters.
We knew it was going to be a close game coming in. Both teams are very similar in style. I would have to say that not being able to take advantage of the turnovers, free throws, but you were right. This McClatchy team is a faster team, and I don't think I've seen a faster team on the floor. Rarely are we outgunned on speed.
Well, with 7 underclassmen, that's really what you're going to have.
Long ball is up and off. Looks like Grace Page is going to try and come down with it. Now Cruz is going to come in and get a couple more. Sammy staying with their offense. Pay coming in across with the right hand, no good. Coach McDaniel's going to try and get a squad in before this is over, but he's not going to do it. And the NU Miners, with a score of 44-59, will go down to the McClatchy Lions in the second round of the SFL Championship quarterfinals. Like I said, they can hold their heads up. What a season this team has had, and it has been a privilege to follow them here at Touchdown Productions. Both teams congratulating each other on the floor. Sammy DeHart, Grace Pay. The future for the Lady Miners next year. We've got a very good freshman in A.C. Willis. Sammy DeHart will be back. Grace Pay, like I said. Jen Becker will be playing, and we'll be here at Touchdown Productions to follow those teams. Alma Mater being sung on the floor here in Ali Gymnasium. Gill. It has been a great season. I want to thank Jim Adams for showing up tonight, helping us out with the interviews at halftime. Marty Mortensen, the cover of Bear River High School this year. Marty and Steve have done a great job. And Steve Sitter, I want to thank you. Without you, it would not have been nearly as good a season. You're terrific, and I love having you next to me. Been a good basketball season, sir.
Thank you very much, Paul. I enjoyed being out here, crunching the numbers with you, and watching some excellent Lady Miner basketball.
We can also thank Gil Dominguez, who is the executive producer and puts all this on for us tonight. Camera operators, Patrick Sheely, Lauren Unger, Kimmer Burgess. Thanks, y'all. Great job this season with cameras, especially tonight from above. Jim Adams, Steve Sitter, and Paul Brown. Remote facilities, the Commander 2. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. And Reeby's Auto Parts. Player of the Game Award, Touchdown Productions. That's going to go to Emma Peterson tonight. She'll get a nice engraved plaque. Touchdown Accounting, Cinco and Graziano. This has been Touchdown Productions Game of the Week. Thanks for coming out with us. We'll see you next season.
You're watching NCTV, celebrating 20 years of community broadcasting.